In more inclusive news,
what's that mean?
Doing that.
Submitted by Imi Key, a group of kids wants an ice cream company to change the name of its Great Divide flavor to make it more inclusive.
What's the Great Divide flavor?
This one. So it's chocolate ice cream on one side and vanilla.
Ooh, this sounds bomb.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's Bluebell!
Oh wait, what's the problem?
Well, I think it's the Great Divide. Sounds like segregation.
And they're keeping the white and the chocolate apart?
But those idiots are filling in the blanks themselves and making it racial.
Yeah, it's like who's
kids, like little kids.
But what about the people in the center that seem very friendly with each other?
Well, you know, if you take the Great Divide, right, you just melt it down, it'll just turn into...
Stir it up a little bit.
It'll just turn into Boze. Yeah. That's all it is.
That's right, and then we call it Boze. And then when you get to the bottom, it says Boze at the end.
So what do they want? They want like soft serve where it comes out spinning, where like it's like the vanilla and the chocolate are already coming together.
Ooh. For some reason that looked very sexual, like they were dancing and fucking...
there are ice creams though that they're just swirled. Yeah. Like they're not divided like that. I mean, like they're not blended, but it's just swirled and it stops.
Yeah.
So when you bite into it, it's like you get.
What about Neapolitan ice cream? They have the pink, they have the white, and the brown.
But it's not called divided.
But I mean, my thing, but you know,
they just want a different name.
I don't like my food touching each other, you know? So like, what if I want to eat a little bit of vanilla, then some chocolate?
Oh, then you would hate the way he eats. He smashes everything together like it's fucking dog food. It's wild.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh.
He'll have like the most delicious spread of food, right? And then he'll do this. He'll go, dump, 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 spoon, and then it's like he pre-chews his food before it goes in his mouth.
Yeah.
You ever had Loco Moco?
No.
You pop the yolks and it drizzles all over, and then the gravy, and then the meat, and then you swirl it, and then bam.
But it changes the texture.
Oh, it tastes so good.
That's like people I know that'll like take a pizza and then put more stuff on it and then just roll it up. And I'm like, why are you doing that?
Ooh,
like, I've seen somebody put mashed potatoes on a pizza before.
Where do you get mashed potatoes and pizza?
I don't know. Shakey's.
Yo, not to go too far off and talk about food again, I changed
Yeah, you have.
I changed my favorite fast food pizza joint.
Where is it now?
It's now Round Table.
Oh, I need to go there.
That sounds organic.
Round Table ain't organic.
Doesn't sound organic.
How you gonna say Round Table organic, girl? That's some bullshit.
It sounds like it. If it doesn't have pizza in the title, is it really a pizza place?
People have been sleeping on Round Table, bro.
Front table pizza.
You can get a personal Round Table, you know, like that mini one, like this big. They make it fresh.
Why did you apologize and then the whole fucking segment's about pizza or food?
Wait, what did I say?
You said, I didn't mean to go off topic and talk about food again, but I'm gonna talk about food for the next 10 minutes.
I know.
Yeah,
Skinny ass David talking about pizza?
Yeah, skinny ass David.
Hey man, it's gonna be buff ass fucking Muay Thai David soon, dude.
Alright, so back to this story here. So this mom who has 6 children of her own and she fosters more. So she has a lot of children.
Why is she fostering so much?
I don't know.
She wants to foster.
Foster bitch.
Foster Farms ass.
Foster's Australian for beer.
Her name is Tracy from Louisiana.
Good for her. No, that's awesome. We need people to foster children.
Yeah, for sure. So she posted this photo here with a pretty long caption. It's pretty much like a letter from 3 of her kids who are 11, 10, and 8. And they're saying that, she was just saying that.
I can't believe she mixed all those flavors together. Should have kept them separate.
And she doesn't have any light-skinned babies. I want to talk to Tracy.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
So she was saying,
I'm raising my kids to be a bunch of pussies, and you guys are infringing on that right.
Alright, so the letter from the kid says, Hi Bluebell, we love your ice cream. We all think cookies and cream is the best ice cream on the planet. Last week we had an ice cream party and we had the flavor The Great Divide. It's a good flavor for parties because we can add a lot of unique toppings to it. But we began to talk about the name and we think some people might misunderstand the name and think the name The Great Divide is about people and the division that exists in our world because of different skin colors.
Nobody thinks that!
Nobody. Like, who bought that ice cream and said, this ice cream is great. You know what? Black people and white people should stay away from each other.
That is ridiculous.
You know what people think? They're like, man, I wanted vanilla and chocolate, but guess what? I get both.
Yeah, like we're all so fucking happy except Tracy and her 8 kids.
Yeah, relax.
So this letter's from Isaac, Caleb, and Jaden. So then
I'm jumping her kids.
Isaac and Caleb have lighter skin and Jaden has darker skin, but Isaac and Caleb also have a brother and sister adopted from foster care who have dark skin as well. We are all our own color and own flavor, and there is no divide between us.
But why are they bringing race into it, though?
Yeah.
Also, did you notice in that picture, the white kids were on one side of the picture,
and the black kids are on the other side?
Oh, what are you talking about?
They were together.
And there was one that was mixed over. You know what? She probably said, Kwan, go over there.
Kwan.
Like, this is the the Great Divide, Tracy. I'm upset with you.
With one chocolate straggler.
Yeah.
So we have a suggestion for a new name for your chocolate and vanilla ice cream flavor. Better Together.
Isn't that Hillary's thing?
I don't know.
Better Togethers?
Yeah.
Or was it? Oh no, I'm with her, right? I'm with her.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
And also, better together doesn't represent why people like getting the chocolate and vanilla, because you get to choose which one you want.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of stupid. And I think like you're actually doing a disservice to your kids because you're making your kids think about color a little too much instead of just being kids.
It's too racially driven.
Like when I go to like Yogurtland or whatever, I have a Great Divide all the time. It could be pistachio on one side and I have a strawberry on the other side. It's always a Great Divide.
Yeah.
I don't fucking mix it all together in there.
Exactly, but I'm socially conscious, so I put the vanilla on the bottom and I put all the colors on top.
Yeah. That's right.
That's what I fucking do.
And I stab the spoon to the fucking bottom.
That's right. And everybody knows once it melts a little bit, the white starts becoming a little brown.
Yeah, so then Bluebell.
You just gotta soften it up. I've softened up a lot of men before. I'm sorry.
Yes, girl.
Yeah, so Bluebell's spokesman said,
You dumb bitch.
quote, "We created Great Divide so that families didn't have to choose between two favorites, but could both enjoy homemade vanilla and Dutch chocolate in one container."
That's great.
We love the
And
idea-
they're talking about Dutch chocolate.
We love the idea
American
of
chocolate?
Better Together, and especially the thoughtful sentiment behind it. But then when they asked the company if they were going to change the ice cream,
Fucking off.
he declined to comment.
No, don't change.
Practically, like, I mean, think about it. How much fucking money they have to put in
Oh, yeah.
printing this
That's
new
a shit
a new design, everything, packaging. They have to reprint so much shit.
But that sucks because like I feel like these parents are putting their like social justice awareness into these kids who don't even really have to think about it. They could just be kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're gonna argue that it was the kids who came up with it, but you made them think of race.
You know how rebellious kids are? If you implement these, you hammer them in, they're gonna go the other way. You just raised a bunch of white supremacists. Like,
No, I feel like these kids are probably so consumed by just like the media and literally every place, every corner
Everything's
of the
about race
country
right now.
is all about race. So I don't think it's just the parents probably like putting it into their
It could be
head.
their schools and everything too, because I heard that it's so fucking everything.
But that's us too in our age too, because you're talking about LA riots. We all grew up that shit. See, when I was a kid, here's an example, right? So I have a friend back at home. His name is John Paul. This dude did not fucking know until recently when I met up with him like a couple years ago. He had a Tagalog accent. As a kid, I've known that dude all the way through high school. I had no idea he had an accent until I got older. And because I grew up with him since elementary school. So as a kid, I didn't even know he was like a foreign like immigrant. Until I got older, where race started becoming a little bit more apparent to me. So as a kid, I didn't fucking know that. He was just my friend John Paul. He wasn't the Filipino kid. He was.
that's how it should be.
Exactly. So I think like that is something that I'm not so much against, but that's like stuff that you should bring up when they're a little bit older. They become a little bit more aware. But having your kids to constantly think about race and color, race and color, race and color, race and color, already creates a divide.
Yeah, and it also prevents people from developing their own individual personality, because once you start thinking about like identity politics and group and race, then you go, oh, I do this because I'm black, or I do this because I'm Asian, or I'm not Asian enough because I'm not doing math well, or whatever, you know? So people really start believing that they are the group instead of an individual who has their own likes and dislikes.
I read something that it said something along the lines of like when kids are grown up hearing about groups of people, they're less likely to sympathize with someone that's not part of their own group.
Yeah.
It just like hurts even more.
Well, I mean, it just sounds like it was ice cream time for this family, and these kids, and they were like, oh, look, this is like you. Like, this flavor looks like you. Oh, this flavor looks like me. Oh, or whatever, you know? And then they were like, wait, what, like, I don't know, maybe they were like, if they could read. I don't know what age kids start reading, but they're like, oh, why is it called the Great Divide?
Those are some
And then-
shitty kids, you know why? If you open that shit up in an Asian family, while you're talking, I'm eating. You finish talking, the ice cream's gone, motherfucker.
and maybe
That's such a cute story. You look like the black one in this one.
Oh my god, that actually happened in real life.
That does happen. Yeah, that does.
But I'm saying, like, it could have been a moment where the mom, like, I don't know, where the mom, like, they're like, well, why is it called a divide? Isn't that, or whatever.
Because it's chocolate and vanilla.
Right, but then instead of the mom being like, oh, because, you know, all of you guys are great, and, you know, you put two great things together.
She wrote a letter.
Or she was like, yeah, why is it called divide?
I was thinking it was more like,
Educated them, use that chance to educate them.
she said in the article, she was like, my kids and I were having ice cream at a birthday party, blah, blah. I was like, that's not how it happened, Tracy. The kids were having a nice time, everybody's eating their ice cream, she's sitting there looking at it, she's like, so what do you kids think about racial equality in America?
That's exactly how I pictured it.
Exactly. Like,
No, actually, recently I heard someone say out loud, so they were being served chicken, and this white lady was like, she got dark meat.
Oh,
She was bummed out that she got dark meat, but then this Latino dude that was nearby,
Got low quality taste buds.
I know.
It's the best shit.
He got white meat. And so he ends up telling her like, oh, hey, you know, we can switch. Like, I love dark meat. You know, you can have the white meat. And then she was like, oh my God, yeah, because I'm white and you're dark. And we were all like, woo! Shit.
I
The whole room
love
goes silent.
Yeah, we all got silent. We're like,
I love unintentional racism because it's like so fucking. It's almost cute how stupid it is.
Yeah.
Like they don't even mean harm, but it's so fucked up.
Yeah.
no, she kept saying a lot of like,
Stupid shit.
a lot of those. Yeah.
I love that shit though.
and then she starts just singing ebony, ivory.
The only time I like white meat is if it's in a Chick-fil-A burger.
Oh, that's so good.
They know how to make it juicy.
Sorry, I put it back to food.
God.